Okay, welcome to Monday night Hatha practice. Let's begin on your mat in whatever feels comfortable for you. Actually, I would like everybody to sit maybe in easy seated. If for any reason easy seated is really like feels off-putting for you, find child's pose or anything else. Coming down onto your mat. On your inhale, take your shoulders and squeeze them up. On your exhale, drop them down your back. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, drop back. Again, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale, squeeze up, hold it here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And on your exhale, drop them down. Bring your hands on your thighs, either palms down, wanting to ground, or palms up, open and ready to receive. Crown of the head extends upward towards the ceiling or the sky. You can go ahead and close your eyes. Let's start with something called apajapa, which is Sanskrit that really just means breath awareness. So we're not changing or manipulating anything. Simply observe and notice your own breath. Now notice if it was challenging not to change your breath, or when we came to that breath awareness, if you kind of automatically went into, inhaling for 3 or exhaling for 3. Maybe you did, maybe you did not. Just notice. And then we're going to bring our consciousness to our breath. Actively inhale through the nose for a count of 3. Exhale out the nose for a count of 3. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Continue with this breath. When we breathe in this balanced and even way, it helps our nervous system. Helps maybe calm down and tap into a little bit more parasympathetic, and then also maybe speed up the sympathetic so that there is an evenness, a balance. And taking this first few moments to connect deeper in the physical body, the emotional body, and the mental body. Is there anything new, anything old, anything correlated? And before we begin our physical asana practice, to invite intention. I have an intention to offer you if you would like to align with it. And the intention is the word ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. I'm going to say that one more time. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. If you feel like that is something that you want to align with, or maybe you're already aligned with it, just let it sit. Let it sit in your belly. Allow it to breathe in and out of you and be in the space that surrounds. Go ahead and open your eyes if you've had them closed. Inhale, take the hands high, reach up. On your exhale, we're going to go forward. So walking the hands forward. We're just starting, so no need to go too far, too crazy. Just find a stretch that's in the sides, maybe inner thighs and low back. Let's see what it's like if you allow your head to drop down to the floor. Breath in and breath out. We're still connecting with that balanced breath in and out. One more breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands in towards your body. Take the hands, reach them back up. On your exhale, left hand is going to drop down, right hand is going to reach across. You can rotate your chest, lift up, soften the top shoulder. Actively push the mat away. There's energy out your top hand. Notice if your right glute wants to come off the mat and kind of with the top arm, anchor it down to the floor. As you inhale, really open, send the breath into the right side body. Breath in for 3 and out for 3. On your inhale, left hand is going to reach up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand sweeps across. Staying here, press against the floor, rotate, lift your chest, top hand reaches, but then the shoulder softens and melts down the back. Option here to look up, or if it feels better, try looking down at the mat, see what that's like. Breath in, breath out. On your inhale, send the right hand back up. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center. We're going to switch our legs. So uncross and recross your non-dominant way. On your in-breath, take the hands back up. On your exhale, you're going to twist the upper body to the left just a little bit so your chest is more squared over the knee. On your exhale, you're going to go forward, walking the hands out. You can always have your hands on blocks if they don't comfortably come down to the floor. Once you're here, push the mat away. Anchor the right glute back to the earth. So breathing in for 3 and out for 3. One more breath in and out. On your inhale, take the hands back up, both hands reach. Exhale, turn the chest over so it's squaring with the right knee, and then go forward. Walking out as far as feels comfortable, stretching a little deeper into the side and the hip. One more breath in. On your exhale, walk the hands to the center, and then you're going to roll forward. So rolling forward, come into table or sweep the feet off to the side. Find your table, stack shoulders and hips, spread the fingers like starfish. Draw the navel in and then drop it down. Lifting chest, focal point straight ahead. Shoulder blades come together and towards your tailbone. On your exhale, tucking and rounding. Let's maybe come up onto the fingers here. So you're on your fingertips, hands are tented. Sink the hips back towards your heels if that has benefit in your body. Breath in, breath out. Let's flow through cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck and round, navel to spine, option to be on the fingertips. Inhale, drop and lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Flow with your breath once more. And then make your way to neutral spine. Take the right foot, extend it long, squeaking thigh, flexing, turning the hip to the mat. And then take the right foot, cross it over the left, and anchor it on the floor. Now you're going to take your head and look at your right foot. Actively pressing into the right hand. Thigh is still strong. Should feel more opening in the right side body through the rib cage and down to the hip. Breath in, breath out. Last breath in for 3. Exhale, come back. Draw the knee under the hip. Extend the left leg long. Squeeze thigh, flex the foot, and then take the left foot, cross it over, planting on the floor. Take the head and look. And then you actively press the mat away, especially with the left hand. Contracting right side of the body, opening up left rib cage. Breath in and breath out. Last breath in and exhale, come back, tuck the toes, maybe walk the hands slightly forward, downward facing dog. In down dog, you are welcome to take lots of movement or maybe settle in and find some stillness. In a down dog, my preference as an instructor is that you're prioritizing a flat back and a long spine over straight legs. So if your knees are soft, but you have a really nice long line of energy from tailbone to crown of head, that is my personal preference as an instructor. Notice where the weight or the pressure is in your hands. Consciously push the mat away through the tops of the palms, out the fingertips. Breath in, breath out. Let's inhale the right leg high, bend the knee and stack the hips. Stay right here, breathe. We're gonna square the chest. That means your right shoulder is gonna turn back down. Left knee can stay soft or strong and straight. Try to knit your rib cage back together, engage the core. Big breath in. On your exhale, runner's lunge. Bring the right foot all the way through. I think it's been a while since we've just hung out in a runner's lunge, so we're going to stay here. Option to widen the stance. Eventually, we're going to go there anyway, so if you want to widen the stance so that your feet are at least hips width apart. And then option to have hands on blocks. Your hands can be on fingertips or make a fist. Your left knee can always come to the mat. We're also going to go to there eventually. If you're looking for options, many available. Take the crown of your head and reach it forward so there's length in the spine. Strong and active, press the feet into the floor. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. On your exhale, left knee is going to come to the mat, moving into lizard pose. So lizard pose, both hands are on the instep of right foot. If you didn't already take your feet wide, go for it. And then you're going to drop your right knee out to the side. That's if you do not have knee issues. If you have knee issues, I prefer that you kept it straight. If you don't have knee issues, flex the foot because that's going to help try to maintain a little bit of a healthier alignment. So the right knee drops to the side, your hips sink a little bit closer to the floor. You can stay on the fingertips. Maybe you use blocks here. You can come down onto forearms, on blocks or mat. Remember, you're working, kind of striving for this place where there's an opening. It should never be painful. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and out. Stay here just a little bit longer. One more breath in. On your exhale, slowly come back. So that means the right knee draws back over the ankle. Tuck the left toes. Knee comes off the floor. We're going to step up into forward fold. So left foot steps up, meets the right foot. Forward fold. Let's bring the feet hips width apart. Releasing the head, the neck, and the shoulders, allowing them to be very heavy. Feel free to grab opposite elbows, maybe even shift your weight side to side or front to back. One more breath in. And on your exhale, bring the feet back hips width apart. Inhale, half lift. Stay right here. Take the shoulder blades, bring them together down towards the tailbone. Crown of the head extends forward. Energy up the feet. So your feet are actually kind of grabbing for your mat. Thighs engage. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, mountain pose, reverse dive, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands into heart center. Take a moment here. Feel the energy. Get strong in your feet, toes are spread wide. Navel draws in, rib cage comes back together. Tailbone lengthens towards the earth. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep the hands high. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Forward fold, heel toe the feet together to touch, making our way into intense forward fold. Generously bend your knees so that the chest and the belly start to sink and rest on the tops of the thighs. Fully let go of the head. And then the hands can come to the backs of the calves or the ankles. If you have a lot of mobility or flexibility here, you can try to match the backs of your forearms to your calves, or you can always take the option of bringing a strap underneath your heels. Whatever you're choosing, start to lift your tailbone, straighten your legs, press the chest and the belly into the thighs. So now we're opening the hamstrings and the low back. Breath in, breath out. The head should be very heavy and relaxed. One more breath in. And exhale, release. Regular forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale, high plank. Jump or step back. Remember, take your options. You can come to the knees or the forearms. Make fists. Stack shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Chin is slightly open. Squeeze your thighs. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Bend your knees. Stack. Stay here and breathe. I'm going to square the chest. Take your left shoulder. Turn it back down towards the mat. Right knee can be soft or strong and straight. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Push the floor away a little bit more. Exhale, runner's lunge. Left foot comes all the way through to the hands. Staying here in our runner's lunge. Option to make it wide and bring both hands to the instep of the left foot. Now always be on blocks here. Or the fingertips. Option for the right knee to be on the mat. So when I think about low back opening, something I almost always go to is the hip flexors in the front, because they're directly correlated with low back. So sometimes if you're feeling your low back, often, not always, because your hip flexors a little bit tighter. Breath in. And on your exhale, right knee comes down to the mat, moving into lizard pose. So that means the left knee, foot flexed, drops out to the side. Left knee drops to the side. Option to stay on the hands or maybe come down to the forearms if you like to go deep in this. Remember, if you have knee issues, my preference is for you to keep your knee straight and in alignment with your ankle. Lizard pose, the hips sink down. Breath in, breath out. Last breath in through the nose. Exhale, come back. Bring the left knee second over the ankle. Tuck the right toes. Knee comes off the mat, finding your runner's lunge. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps up. Let's heel toe the feet apart, coming into a ragdoll pose. Really let go. Upper body, again, grabbing opposite elbows if you want, or shifting weight side to side, front to back. Can even do a little yes and no nod here. Breath in. And on your exhale, heel toe your feet all the way together, moving into intense forward fold. Generously bend your knees, set the chest and the belly to the tops of the thighs. Hands come to calves or ankles. Option to try to match the forearms to the backs of the thighs, or use your strap here. Let go of the head, the neck, and then start to straighten your legs. Really pressing the chest and the belly into the tops of the thighs. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. And exhale to soften. Let go. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat. Take the shoulder blades, bring them together and down to the tailbone. Exhale, high plank. Jump or step back. High plank. Breath in. Breath out. Stack shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Little softness in your elbows, so there's no hyperextending. On your next exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, right leg high. Bend your knee, stack. Scoop the belly button in so your low back feels supported. Square the chest. One more breath in. On your exhale, runner's lunge. Bring the right foot all the way through. Drop the left heel. So check out where your feet are in space. You want a heel to heel alignment, actually. So you can check that out. And then bring your right hand to the instep of right foot. Option to be on a block. Inhale the left hand high, open chest. So you've got a lot of choice here. If you want, you can bring the forearm all the way up to the top. You want your knee tracking over your ankle. So for a little more intensity, a little more depth, bend a little deeper. Rotate your chest, lift up. Option, take a half bind. Left hand coming to the low back, maybe sneaking all the way across to the top of the right thigh. Then in this right angle pose, you can look up, you can look straight ahead, or you can turn and look at the floor. Feet are really strong here. Keep striving for that 90-degree bend in your front knee. Even breath in, even breath out. If you were in a half bind, inhale, left hand reaches back up. Exhale, come down. Turn the left foot. So now we're in runner's lunge again. Left hand is going to stay on the mat or a block. Take your right hand and bring it to your low back to start. Feel like your hips in space. You want them to try to stay balanced and let the rotation, we're going to turn into the knee, let the rotation come from the chest and the middle back. Option always to have the left knee on the floor here. So we're trying to keep the twist out of the hips and the low back and bring it more into the middle and upper back. Option, if you want, extend the right arm high. Breath in and breath out. Breath in. Awesome job, everybody. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes back. Inhale, high plank. Take a moment here, find your breath. And on your exhale, down dog. Lift the hips. Down dog, inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Square the chest. On your exhale, runner's lunge, left foot all the way through. Drop the right heel. Before we move anywhere, check out your feet alignment. You want heel to heel alignment. And then the left hand comes to the instep, either on a block or the mat. Inhale the right hand high. Option to be on the forearm or take the half bind. Or if you're feeling your shoulders at all, you can always just let your right arm kind of rest on your body. Stay here and breathe. Striving for 90 degrees in that front knee, knee tracking with ankle. Pressing into both feet. Breath is strong, solid, balanced. If you have been in the half bind, on your next inhale, right hand goes up. Exhale, come down. Turn the back foot, find runner's lunge. Right hand stays on the mat. Bring the left hand to your low back. Just feel what's happening there. And then on your inhale, you can twist. Try to keep your hand really flat. So notice if your hips want to dip, try to keep them even, level, and the rotation comes from the chest and the middle back. Option for the right knee to be down. Left hand can stay here or it can reach up. Get strong and active in the right arm. So you're not sinking into the shoulder. Really push the mat away. Breath in. And breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, come back, runner's lunge. Inhale, forward fold, step up. Let's intensify this forward fold once more. Generously bend your knees, set the chest and the belly to the thighs. Hands come back, maybe forearms match with calves, and then start to straighten. Lifting your tailbone. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. If you're really doing this, you might notice your legs are going to shake a little bit. That's okay. Head is heavy and relaxed. Breath is even. One more breath in. And on your exhale, soften. Let that go. A little yes and no nod of the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, jump or step back. Stay here, last plank of the evening, unless you're doing more without me. Last breath in. On your exhale, drop the knees down. Sweep the feet off to the side, and then bring both feet out in front. We're going to work into cow's head, but just the legs, not the arms. Your right heel, right foot is going to come underneath your left knee and come back towards your hip. And then your left foot is going to cross over and come back towards your right hip. So in an ideal world, your knees would be starting to stack as best that they can. Both feet are flexing, and that's just going to help maintain alignment. On your inhale, sit up nice and tall. On your exhale, hinge forward, trying to maintain a flat back. So I'm just going to turn. So as you're hinging forward, back is flat. If you can find the line of energy, crown of head, tailbone, soften shoulders down. One more breath in. On your exhale, round. See if you want to go a little deeper. Now, if you round and you notice it doesn't really do much for you, feel free to stay in that flat back variation and really lift your tailbone. And breath in and breath out. So I've been trying to hit a little bit of everything, some hip flexors, some hamstrings, some of the hips. It's all connected. It's all connected with the low back. Just as an FYI, sometimes I feel like my shoulder, or like kind of more at my neck, and I know there's something like wrong in my hips. And if I foam roll my glutes and my hips, it will work itself out in my upper back. Breath in, breath out. Maddie, if you have conflicting views about that, you're always free to chime in with your professional opinions. One more breath in. And exhale, walk the hands back in. We're going to switch legs. So you can switch them fancy. If you know what I'm talking about, you're just going to pivot on the feet, and then you come back and the knees are flipped. If you're like, nope, that's not happening for me, I'm just going to cue you through. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, the left foot comes back towards the right heel, right leg crosses over, so you're doing the opposite of whatever you've just done. Feet are flexing, chest lifted, breath in. Exhale, coming to the flat back variation. So you're hinging at the hips, rolling the shoulders down. Try to keep your chest lifted, widen through collarbones. So that means bringing shoulder blades together and towards the tailbone. Chin is maybe slightly dipped to find that energy line from crown to tailbone. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. Exhale to round and make me walk the hands out a little deeper. If that benefits your body, if this rounded version does not stick with the flat back. Breath in. And on your exhale, walk the hands in towards the body. Unwind yourself. Come onto the hands and knees. And we'll end with a pigeon because everybody loves a pigeon. If you do not like one-legged pigeon variation, you can do the supine pigeon. Take the right knee, pull it in towards the hands, and then sweep the foot off to the left side of your mat, settling your hips, finding balance. We'll have an active pigeon to start. Check out that back leg, hip, knee, ankle, same line, a little bit of an internal rotation. And then feel if you're kind of, slouched off to the right, bring yourself back so the hips are level. And then take your right hip, draw it down, or draw it back actually, and take your left hip and bring it forward, actively pressing the mat away, scissoring the knees, squeeze, navel to spine, shoulders drop down. Strong breath in and breath out. Breath in and out. One more breath in. Exhale, come into more passive pigeon, down on the forearms, or a block, or forehead on mat. Again, take a moment and notice if your hips have sagged off to one side or the other. We're still trying to maintain that balance. If you have your arms extended long, just soften the elbows to help relax the shoulders. You're letting go of things that don't need to be held, softening belly, letting go of face and hands. Breath in. Exhale, walk the hands in towards the body. Tuck the right toes, float to down dog. Take a moment and feel. And when you're ready, left knee draws in towards the hands, sweeping the foot off to the right side of the mat if that feels okay. Option for supine pigeon. Find your form, hip, knee, ankle. Roll the shoulders back. Take the right hip, draw it forward, left hip comes back. Squeezing, scissoring the knees. One more breath in, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, come into your more passive pigeon. Again, readjust your hips as needed if you have kind of drifted them off to one side or the other. Surrendering fully. One more breath in. On your exhale, walk the hands back in towards the body. Shift your weight onto your left glutes. Right leg's going to sweep all the way around. Extend both legs to start. And then the left foot is going to draw in towards your thigh. Hips are still turned and squared with your left leg, which is strong. The foot is flexed. Inhale, sweep the hands up. On your exhale, lift and then reach. Try to keep that length in your spine. Option here to cross the hand. So the right hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Left hand comes to the instep or the arch. You can always bring a block to the sole of the foot to go in a little bit deeper if that is accessible in your body, or use your strap here. If you want to match a little breath to movement on your inhale, kind of lift your head and draw your collarbones more forward, more towards the knee, more towards the shin. On your exhale, drop the head down. Inhale to lift just a little bit. Find more length. Exhale, come down, or just stay. If you like that, take it, invite it in. If not, let it go. Last breath in. Exhale, walk the hands in towards the body. Switch legs, extending the right leg long. Bring the sole of the left in. Hips are turned and squared. Right thigh is engaged, foot flexed. Inhale, hands rise. Lift, take the rib cage away from the hips. Exhale, go forward. Option to cross hands again. Even though we are focusing here on kind of a hamstring and maybe the low back inside of the hip, still find the length in your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, take your collarbones, reach it a little bit closer towards the foot, towards the shin, towards the knee, and then on your exhale, drop the forehead down. Take that a few more times. If you want, inhale to lift, find a little more length, pressing the belly towards the thigh. Exhale, calm down. Maybe once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold. And stay here and breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, walk the hands in towards the body. Extend the left leg. Bend the knees. Sit up tall. Stack shoulders and hips. Hands along the sides. Breath in. Exhale to roll off your sits bones and come down one vertebrae at a time. On your next inhale, draw the knees towards your chest. Extend the arms out. You can have them straight out. You can cactus them, maybe make a little diamond shape. On your exhale, drift the knees over to the right. Again, notice where the twist is mostly rooting from. You want it to be coming more from that middle back, even upper back. Stay out of your low back and hips as best you can. And then maybe take your left arm straight out at a diagonal. So it's not a T shape, it's not over your head. It's at this kind of 45 degrees. See what that's like. And breath in. On your exhale, slowly float these knees over to the left side. Deciding what you want to do with your arms. Maybe take the right arm out at this diagonal. Do one more breath in. And on your exhale, come back. Hug everything nice and tight. Maybe the forehead rolls up, touches your kneecaps. And then make your way into Shavasana. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Hands along the sides of the body. As you settle in, we're going to change our breath focus from a balanced breath to a more exhale focused breath, because This is an evening class. We're starting to just wind down for the night. Hopefully for you, you're starting to wind down. Can breathe in for 3. Exhale for 6. Breath in through the nose for 3. Exhaling out the nose, 6. As you breathe, notice if there's anything else that you're holding on to. Can you soften even more? Yoga people, if you would like to stay here for an extended Shavasana, please do so. If you are ready to move on, I will slowly guide you back up to easy seated. Wiggling your fingers and toes, waking up your body. Essentially drawing the knees in towards your chest. Making your way onto either side for fetal child's pose. Always nice to come onto the side. You're allowing for transition time. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly push yourself back to easy seated. And to end our practice, take your hands and rub them together. Build a little bit of heat. Close your eyes. And then bring the palms or the bottoms of the palms over the eyes. And breath in. And breath out. Last breath here. On your exhale, keeping the eyes closed, bring your hands into prayer. Slightly bow your head. Take a moment of gratitude for your physical body and all that it does for you each and every day. can also reconnect with our collective intention of ambition, offering all of our deepest longings to love itself, inviting a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining, allowing all of us to be used for the highest good. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. All right, awesome job, everybody. If you want to unmute yourselves, you can. I'm going to hit stop.